Welcome to the Hyper Growth Zone podcast. This is your go-to resource for personal growth, mastering communication, and influencing and persuasion techniques that will help you unleash the full potential of yourself and others. Here is your host, Alex Morgan.
If I were to ask you to imagine something right now, do you think that it would become real? So think about that as you listen to this episode, and welcome back to the Hyper Growth Zone podcast. My name is Alex Morgan. I'm a master trainer of hypnosis and NLP. So have you ever noticed how vividly imagining something like creating success, doing really well on a big presentation, or walking into a room with unshakable confidence can actually feel real? Well, there's a reason for that. It's your mind doesn't know the difference between something you vividly imagine and something you actually experience. So it doesn't know the difference between what's real and imagined. And today, we're going to think about how you can use that specifically to your advantage. Because if you feel successful before the results show up, you'll start taking action that's aligned with that success. So that's how you trick your mind into thinking it's already successful. So in this episode, I'm breaking down how you can align your identity. So if there's any identity misalignment, and how that actually slows your growth, and give you a simple visualization tool that you can use to create your next level self. So let's go. So let's talk about the science, the neuroscience behind this for a second. So when you imagine something vividly, like speaking on stage or closing a high-ticket deal, your mind lights up in almost the exact same way it would if you were actually doing it. And this isn't just made up. Different brain scans show that mental rehearsal activities, these fire the same neural circuits as physical experience. This is why athletes will visualize every move before they ever compete. So what does this mean for you? This means that you can train your brain to see yourself as a successful, confident, capable version of who you want to be before you actually become that person. And this works too because you already have all the resources inside of you to succeed. You just need to find a way to access those resources, and you could access those resources every single day with your mind and rehearsing things in your mind. And the more you repeat that internal image, the more your mind accepts it as that is who you are. Your identity starts to shift. And when identity shifts, those are your behaviors. Those are your habits. That's the language you speak. That's how you see yourself, how you hear yourself, how you feel yourself. So that's really how you hack right into your mind to get your mind to do whatever you want. And guess what? Your mind is way smarter than you think. So your mind already knows what to do. And now that you're consciously aware of this, imagine how easy it is to create success in your mind. You're going to be able to trigger success. Most of the time when we hear the word trigger, we think of a negative connotation. We're like, oh, someone triggered me. Now I'm upset. You upset me. You make me angry. I'm so frustrated now that you said that. You triggered me. What if there was a way in your mind that you could trigger success so that everything that you're doing is successful? So that when something happens, it triggers success. When something happens, it creates a successful behavior, a successful habit. The thing is, there's a problem that most people face. It's called identity misalignment. This is when the actions you want to take don't match the identity you're currently operating from. In your mind, it's like an operating system. It has all the programs that you need to succeed. So let's think about this in the form of an example. Let's say you're building a business and you want to show up consistently online. You want to pitch what you're offering. You want to raise your prices. You want to attract those ideal clients. At the same time, you want all that. Deep down, you have some beliefs. You still see yourself as someone who's trying, someone who's figuring out, or someone who's not sure that they can do it. Maybe you think you're not good enough. So there's a big gap between who you are being and who you want to be. So that's identity misalignment. And what's this going to do? This is going to slow down your progress, your momentum. And maybe you'll even procrastinate or not take the actions that you want to take. Because if your identity doesn't match your goals, you'll keep sabotaging your own growth without even realizing it. You'll say, I'll do this next week. I'll do this tomorrow. And you procrastinate more and more. So how do you actually fix that? How do you create success in your reality? Well, that's easy. You create success in your mind, because your mind doesn't know the difference between what's real and imagined. So now we're going to look at what you can actually do in your mind to create that reality, because your mind's not going to know the difference. So let's imagine something so you can create the reality that you want. And before we start, there's a reason that this works so well, is the unconscious mind, it needs repetition for a habit to be installed. So imagine if you keep installing success over and over, you're rehearsing this over and over. Your mind thinks it's more and more real. It's happening. It's happening now. It's happening next week, next month, in a year, however many years from now. If you keep visualizing success and you're thinking about success, that's what's going to happen, because your thoughts lead to suggestions, and your suggestions lead to emotions, and those emotions, which we're going to use, also lead to focus, which we're going to use, and this leads to your new reality. So make sure you're not driving or operating any machinery. So you don't want to close your eyes if you're doing that. So this is simple, it's powerful, and it only takes a few seconds. This is your next level self-visualization rehearsal. So you can go ahead and close your eyes. And in your mind's eye, think of the version of yourself who already has what you want. Notice how you carry yourself. Notice how you speak, what you're wearing, what decisions you make. That's right. And now drop that version of you into a real life situation that's coming up today. Maybe it's an email you send, a conversation you have, a meeting, a workout. And watch your next level self handle it. So calm, confident, you're focused. That's right. I'm sure you feel pretty good, don't you? And now let yourself feel the emotion of it going well. Let this emotion install itself in your mind. That's right. That's it. You can open your eyes. That's your rehearsal. It's easy. It's simple. So when you step into that moment later in your day today, your mind's already been there. So it's going to feel familiar. It won't feel uncomfortable, even if it was going to feel like that in the first place. You'll be calm. And you're more likely to act like the version of you that you just saw, because you imagined this. You realized this. So if you do this every day, you'll notice your identity starts to shift. So why does this habit create such big change? Like I just said, repetition builds reality. And your identity is shaped by repeated experiences, internal or external. You start reprogramming how you see yourself with repetition. The unconscious mind needs repetition for a habit to be installed. And you can actually speed up habit formation with the unconscious mind with mental rehearsal. Because once that self-image shifts, your decisions, your habits, your emotions, your thoughts, your suggestions, your focus, your reality, they all start to be created from that self-image. I mean, have you ever been around someone and you're like, wow, this person is totally confident. How can I do that? Now, some people, naturally, they're just going to be so confident. They can say anything to anyone. That's just how it is. Other people, they've worked at it. They've thought, how is that person confident? And they get really curious and they start asking that person who's really confident what they're doing, what they're seeing, what they're hearing, what they're feeling, how they become so confident. And then you can imagine yourself doing those same things. And then imagine your next level self doing those things. And next thing you know, confidence is natural. It's automatic. It's easy. It's simple. You can definitely be confident. It's effortless. So there's no need to force it. You're not pretending. You're practicing being the version of you that's, guess what? This version of you is already inside of you. You already have all the information, the resources, the habits, the behaviors, the changes you want to create. Everything is inside of you. It's up to you to think, what do I want to be? What do I want to do? What do I want to see? What do I want to hear? What do I want to feel? Because all of this is inside of you. And you get to decide and give yourself permission of who you want to be. Who do you want to be? Imagine this person, the next level you. And you take this person into all your future conversations, interactions, relationships, into your business, into your health and fitness, into your personal growth. Whatever you do, if you're the next level you, think about how much easier it's going to be to create success if you're the next level you. If your identity is aligned with that person, because your mind believes what you vividly rehearse, what you imagine, and your identity follows that picture in your mind, that imagery that you create, and it especially follows the feeling. Now, when you did that visualization, I told you, let yourself feel the emotion of it going well, because that emotion, it starts to install. I was just in a meeting last night, and someone said that they were anchoring some really good emotions. They were installing those emotions in themselves when they were doing specific techniques, and they were like, these are natural for me now. Imagine that. When you consistently call on really resourceful, empowering, positive emotions, that changes your reality. That is your new identity, those really good emotions. And your actions then follow your identity. It's pretty interesting, isn't it? So if you can change how you see yourself before whatever you're going to do even shows up, then whatever happens then, you're going to have that self that you imagined, and success will follow. And success is what becomes automatic and natural. It'll keep happening over and over, and you won't even be imagining it anymore. It'll be happening in your reality. So today, what can you do? You can pick one moment that's coming up where you're not totally confident about it yet, or maybe you're shrinking a bit to the event. So pause, visualize your next level self handling it like it's already done. Notice how you're standing, how you're talking, how you're feeling, and just feel that really resourceful and empowering emotion for 15 seconds. And then take action. Go do whatever it is that you want to do. And remember, you got this because you are an intelligent person. And I know that you can easily achieve whatever it is you want because now your mind is programmed to trigger that success. Remember, you have a subconscious success trigger in your mind. So anytime that you think that you have to do something, the next level you is already ready. So if you enjoyed this episode, definitely share it with someone who will benefit. And thanks so much for listening. Wherever you are listening, you can go ahead and rate the podcast. This really helps it get into the minds of many others. So until next time, imagine it, rehearse it, become it, achieve the success that you want. That next level you is ready.